Hey, happy Saturday. I am Lucas, your Saturday Squishy Transpeep. Um, it's a great day because I actually get to rest. I have been running around all week between work, school, and performances for Naked Eye Wide Open, which had its official opening last night and had a standing ovation. So I'm kind of still on a happy high from that. So, yeah. All right. So this is week number 4, and this week we're going to be talking about we sure, let's be interactive. I'm going to be talking about male role models, and I kind of I wish we had a week for female role models. Maybe I can convince Lauren to do a random week where, at least I'll talk about my female role models because I'll probably gush for 5 minutes about, my mom. So, yeah. So when I say male role models, I mean people who identify as male or at least has expressed that they are men, if you catch my drift. So, um, as far I'll be talking about my role models in my people who are in my life, and then I'll talk about some celebrities who I look up to. But why celebrities, Lucas? They're not in your life. Well, they can influence me too, and at least I'm not adding fictional characters because that will make a disastrously long video, and no one wants that. So, okay, the men that I look up to in my own life. Okay, so my fatherly figures in my life come in the form of my uncles and my grandfather, um, specifically on my mother's side, because they have always been there for me. They've always, looked out for me and uh, been in uh, close contact with me and my mom. Um, and they're all very much their own men in their own way, but they're all very loyal, very family oriented, very stubborn, very fun, lots of fun, and they're like the traits they all possess. I want to aspire to be, as my own man, whatever kind of family I have in the future. So yeah, my Uncle Butchie, Uncle Rick, Uncle Ron, my Grandpa Herb, I look up to them the most, even if I don't always say so. I do. It's in here. It's just instinct that they're the ones who I want to aspire to be. Um, let's see. Um, I also look up to one of my friends, Remy. He was my mentor, essentially, um, when I first started socially transitioning over a year ago. Good God, it's been over a year. When I first started going to the U of M, and he's just so integrated into the trans community in the Twin Cities, and he just does so much, and he's such a kind, generous person, and is like always looking out for everyone. And um if I and if I am even a tenth of what Remy is, you know when I eventually grow up, when I grow up, um then that would make me super happy because he just inspires so many people, I think. I'm sure other people might say the same thing, but he's just a fantastic human being. He really is. Um, let's see, other people I look up to. I guess if I'm really close to you, I look up to you in some way. The reasons will vary. Um, oh, jeez. I had a list in my brain like not even 10 minutes ago for my real life people that I look up to, and it's just gone. So I'm gonna talk about celebrities now because that one is a little more thought of, which is strange. Um, the celebrities, the male celebrities who I looked up to when I was younger was Robin Williams and Jim Carrey. Their humor uh, has always been quirky and abstract, and it just, it just connected with me, and I always enjoyed seeing what kind of passion and uh, genuine sort of auras they brought into their works, and um, their comedy brought me through some really tough times when I was younger. Um, so when I was a teenager, I looked up to Gerald Butler and Mandy Patinkin because of their devastatingly amazing acting skills. Um, Gerald in Phantom of the Opera, through his portrayal of Eric, uh, like just made that connection with me that, even the people who society has deemed as monsters, could be human, which isn't always an easy thing to learn for yourself, going through my past experiences of being called horrendous names. And it kind of inspired me to want to get into acting through that um, movie, despite its many flaws compared to the musical and especially compared to the original novel. But I do have him to thank for that. Um, and Mandy Patinkin, he is just multi-talented, and um, my headcanon for his portrayal as George Seurat in Sunday in the Park with George is that if George Seurat were born in the 1980s instead of that character being in the 1880s based off of the real life painter, then he might have been diagnosed as an Aspie. But that's just coming from my interpretation of the musical, and like I really admire Mandy for that, whether or not it was intentional or not. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but and his singing too, for that as well. And now I really look up to celebrities, especially for their songs. Adam Lambert got me through some really hard times, especially the song Aftermath. It was really one of the only things keeping me going over a year ago before I moved back to the cities. And now, his new song, Better Than I Know Myself, that is probably the song that's most in tune with how I feel as an Aspie, fighting the brain over the heart. I could rant on about it, but I won't in this video. Maybe I will soon. And just a lot to thank Adam for that I can't really describe like in so many words. Maybe a really, really huge hug if I ever meet him, which is like minuscule. So, and the other person that I look up to now is James Durbin. He, if you don't know, was one of the top, oh God, I can't even remember what place he was in, but he was among one of the final group of people on American Idol, and he is an Aspie, and it, like, his vibrant personality and just how kind he is and how much of a wonderful talent he is, like, that brought like amazing representation to the Aspie community, in my opinion. And to see a high functioning Aspie that didn't involve in someone dying, that didn't involve in a horrendous slander of stereotypes in the Aspie community, and just not having any of those barriers in the way for James and his singing just was profound, to say the least. And I also love his voice, and um, just, I don't know. It brings me hope for the future that um, Aspies like him will, Aspies like him and like myself, who are, not just two specific points on the Asperger or autism spectrum, but a whole range of all of us will, start to be more well known in the media, and just be more out there, be more visible, be more there, in a sense. So, yeah, those are the male identified figures that I look up to or have looked up to. Apologies that this video is really long. I just had a lot of gushing to do. But I hope in the future that there will be a female role model one, so then I can do the exact same thing, because there are a lot of women that I look up to as well. So yeah, this has been my video. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday, a fabulous weekend, and yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.